barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be bursting with wine. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, or be weary of his reproof. For the Lord reproves him whom he loves, as a father the son in whom he delights.
Please log
Blessed
on to
is the one who finds wisdom,
so your
and the one
super
who
tractor
gets
can
understanding.
automatically track
For
your
the gain
progress.
from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her. Those who hold her fast are called blessed. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the deep is rotated, and the clouds drop down the dew. My son, do not lose sight of these. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, and they will be life for your soul and adornment for your neck. Then you will walk on your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. If you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror or of the ruin of the wicked when it comes, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it. Do not say to your neighbor, "Go and come again, tomorrow I will give it," when you have it with you. Do not plan evil against your neighbor who dwells trustingly beside you. Do not contend with a man for no reason, when he has done you no harm. Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways. For the devious person is an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are in his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the dwelling of the righteous. Toward the scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he gives favor. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace. Chapter 4. Hear, O sons, a father's instruction, and be attentive that you may gain insight. For I give you good precepts. Do not forsake my teaching. When I was a son with my father, tender, the only one in the sight of my mother, he taught me and said to me, "Let your heart hold fast my words. Keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get insight. Do not forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. The beginning of wisdom is this. Get wisdom, and whatever you get insight. Prize her highly, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will place on your head a graceful garland. She will bestow on you a beautiful crown. Hear, my son, and accept my word, that the years of your life may be many. I have taught you the way of wisdom. I have led you in the path of uprightness. When you walk, your step will not be hampered, and if you run, you will not stumble. Keep hold of instruction. Do not let go. Guard her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of the evil. Avoid it. Do not go on it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they cannot sleep unless they have done wrong. They are robbed of sleep unless they have made someone stumble. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. The way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know over what they stumble. My son, be attentive to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Let them not escape from your sight. Keep them within your heart. For they are life to those who find them, and healing to all their flesh. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. Put away from you crooked speech, and put devious talk far from you. Let your eyes look directly forward, and your gaze be straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure. Do not swerve to the right or to the left. Turn your foot away from evil. Chapter 5. My son, be attentive to my wisdom. Incline your ear to my understanding, that you may keep discretion, and your lips may guard knowledge. lips of a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps follow the path to Sheol. She does not ponder the path of life. Her way is wander, and she does not know it. And now, O sons, listen to me, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others and your years to the merciless. Lest strangers take their fill of your strength, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner, and at the end of your life you groan, and your flesh and body are consumed, and you say, how I hated discipline, and my heart despised reproof. I did not listen to the voice of my teachers or incline my ear to my instructors. I am at the brink of utter ruin in the assembled congregation. Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad, streams of water in the streets? Let them be for yourself alone, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth, a lovely deer, a graceful doe. Let her breasts fill you at all times with delight, be intoxicated always in her love. Why should you be intoxicated, my son, with a forbidden woman, and embrace the bosom of an adulteress? For a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipline, and because of his great folly, he is led astray.
Down hole, up hole, down hole.
Chapter 6.
Down hole.
My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, have given your pledge for a stranger, if you are snared in the words of your mouth, caught in the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, and save yourself. For you have come into the hand of your neighbor. Go, hasten, and plead urgently with your neighbor. Give your eyes no sleep and your eyelids no slumber. Save yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, O sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Without having any chief, officer, or ruler, she prepares her bread in summer and gathers her food in harvest. How long will you lie there, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. A worthless person, a wicked man, goes about with crooked speech, winks with his eyes, signals with his feet, points with his finger, with perverted heart devises evil, continually sowing discord. Therefore calamity will come upon him suddenly. In a moment he will be broken beyond healing. There are 6 things that the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that make haste to run to evil, a false witness who breathes out lies, and one who sows discord among brothers. My son, keep your father's commandment, and forsake not your mother's teaching. Bind them on your heart always, tie them around your neck. When you walk, they will lead you. When you lie down, they will watch over you. And when you awake, they will talk with you. For the commandment is a lamp and the teaching a light, and the reproofs of discipline are the way of life, to preserve you from the evil woman, from the smooth tongue of the adulteress. Do not desire her beauty in your heart, and do not let her capture you with her eyelashes. For the price of a prostitute is only a loaf of bread, but a married woman hunts down a precious life. Can a man carry fire next to his chest, and his clothes not be burned? Or can one walk on hot coals, and his feet not be scorched? So is he who goes into his neighbor's wife. None who touches her will go unpunished. People do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his appetite when he is hungry. But if he is caught, he will pay 7-fold. He will give all the goods of his house. He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. He will get wounds and dishonor, and his disgrace will not be wiped away.
Left
For
hand's on the
jealousy
hip,
makes a man
right
furious, and he will not spare when he takes
Drop it down.
revenge. He
Raise
will
it up.
accept no compensation.
Drop it down.
He will refuse though you multiply gifts.
See the straight line from here to here? Really important. Boom. You also want to drop that arm a little
Chapter 7.
below parallel.
My son, keep my words and treasure up my commandments with you. Keep my commandments and live. Keep my teaching as the apple of your eye.
Feel good?
Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the
Hands up,
tablet of
chest
your
up,
heart.
knees are bent.
Say to wisdom,
You feel that, guys?
you are my sister, and call insight your intimate friend, to keep you from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress with her smooth words. For at the window of my house I have looked out through my lattice, and I have seen among the simple. I have perceived among the youths a young man lacking sense, passing along the street near the corner, taking the road to their house in the twilight of evening, at the time of night and darkness.
Right hand on the hip.
And behold, the woman meets him, dressed as a prostitute, wily of heart. She is loud and wayward. Her feet do not stay at home.
Make sure to breathe.
Now in the street,
Bend those
now in the
knees,
market,
guys. It's
and
really
at every
important.
corner she lies in wait.
These exercises.
She seizes
You got
him and
shoulder issue,
kisses him,
remember, you can
and
always
with
do a
bold
kickback
face
exercise
she
like
says
this.
to him, I had to offer sacrifices, and today I have paid my vows. So now I have come out to meet you, to seek you eagerly, and I have found you. I have spread my couch with coverings, colored linens from Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love till morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He is gone on a long journey. He took a bag of money with him. At full moon he will come home. With much seductive speech, she persuades him. With her smooth talk, she compels him. All at once he follows her. As an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a stag is caught fast, so an arrow pierces its liver. As a bird rushes into a snare, he does not know that it will cost him his life. And now, O sons, listen to me, and be attentive to the words of my mouth. Let not your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths. For many a victim has she laid low, and all her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is the way to Sheol, going down to the chambers of death.
All right. And turn. Last one. Come on.
Chapter 8.
Get that back leg for me, Sean. I know you can do it.
Does not wisdom
Big strong
call?
guy like you. Come on.
Does not understanding raise her voice? On the heights beside the way, at the crossroads, she takes her stand. Beside the gates in front of the town, at the entrance of the portals, she cries aloud. To you, O man, I call, and my cry is to the children of man. O simple ones, learn prudence. O fools, learn sense. Hear, for I will speak noble things, and from my lips will come what is right, for my mouth will utter truth. Wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are righteous. There is nothing twisted or crooked in them. They are all straight to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Take my instruction instead of silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than jewels, and all that you may desire cannot compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance in the way of evil and perverted speech I hate. I have counsel and sound wisdom. I have insight, I have strength. By me kings reign and rulers decree what is just. By me princes rule, and nobles all who govern justly. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, even fine gold, and my yield than choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, in the paths of justice, granting an inheritance to those who love me, and filling their treasuries. The Lord possessed me at the beginning of his work, the first of his acts of old. Ages ago I was set up at the first, before the beginning of the earth. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no springs abounding with water. Before the mountains had been shaped, before the hills, I was brought forth. Before he had made the earth with its fields, or the first of the dust of the world. When he established the heavens, I was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep, when he made firm the skies above, when he established the fountains of the deep, when he assigned to the sea its limit so that the waters might not transgress his command, when he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was beside him like a master workman, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing before him always, rejoicing in his inhabited world, and delighting in the children of man. And now, O sons, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and do not neglect it. Blessed is the one who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting beside my doors. For whoever finds me finds life, and obtains favor from the Lord. But he who fails to find me injures himself. All who hate me love death.
All who hate me love death.
Ready?
Chapter 9.
Knees are bent still, back is straight.
Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her beasts. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table.
Remember, guys,
She has sent out her young women to call from the highest places in the town. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. To him who lacks sense, she says, come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and live, and walk in the way of insight.
looking good.
Whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abuse, and he who reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser.
Right from here.
Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. For by me your days will be multiplied, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. The woman folly is loud. She is seductive and knows nothing. She sits at the door of her house. She takes a seat on the highest places of the town, calling to those who pass by, who are going straight on their way. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. And to him who lacks sense, she says, stolen wine is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol.
Look at the triceps. Let me give you a side profile so you see what
Chapter
it looks
10.
like. Bend over.
The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is a sorrow to his mother. Treasures gained by wickedness do not profit, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he thwarts the craving of the wicked. A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps in harvest is a son who brings shame. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. The memory of the righteous is a blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise of heart will receive commandments, but a babbling fool will come to ruin. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his way crooked will be found out. Whoever winks the eye causes trouble, and a babbling fool will come to ruin. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offenses. On the lips of him who has understanding, wisdom is found, and a rod is for the back of him who lacks sense. The wise lay up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool brings ruin near. A rich man's wealth is his strong city. The poverty of the poor is their ruin. The wage of the righteous leads to life, the gain of the wicked to sin. Whoever heeds instruction is on the path to life, but he who rejects reproof leads others astray. The one who conceals hatred has lying lips, and whoever utters slander is a fool. When words are many, Transgression is
Stand
not
up
lacking,
nice and tall every
but
time.
whoever restrains
Hands are
his
up and
lips
down.
is prudent. The
Good.
tongue of the righteous is choice silver.
At the end of round two,
The heart of the wicked
water
is a
towel
little
break.
word.
So grab some water.
The lips of the righteous
Remember, you
feed
guys,
many,
there's no
but
reason to overdo
fools
this.
die
Start
for lack
out
of sense.
1, 2. So take your time.
The blessing of
Check
the
your
Lord
legs,
makes
make sure you're
rich,
not lifting
and
too
he
hard,
adds
your
no
form
sorrow
really
with
good.
it.
And use that pause button. I need a
Doing
quick
wrong
break.
is like a joke to a fool, but wisdom is pleasure to a
All right,
man of
guys,
understanding.
here we go.
What the wicked
We're
dreads
going
will
to
come
our
upon
stretch.
him, but
And
the
we're gonna do
desire of the
quads
righteous
first.
will be granted.
Grab the right ankle.
When the tempest passes, the wicked is no more, but the righteous is established forever. Like vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to those who send him.
And let's get that right hamstring and calf.
The fear of the Lord prolongs life, but the years of the wicked will be short. The hope of the righteous brings joy, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is a stronghold to the
Big chest
blameless,
stretch. Here we go.
but destruction to evildoers.
And exhale wide.
The righteous will never be
Let's do it again.
removed, but the wicked will not dwell in the land.
And wide.
The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom,
Okay, round
but the
3,
perverse
7,
tongue
7, 7.
will
Right
be
on
cut
the
off.
feet. 7 wide.
The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable,
Same
but
kind
the
of
mouth of the wicked what is perverse.
down, hold. Up.
Chapter 11.
See you guys.
A false balance is an
Show me how wide
abomination
than that.
to the
Come
Lord,
on.
but a just
Yeah,
weight
that's
is
nice
his
and
delight.
wide. That's good form.
When pride comes, then
Bring it
comes
back
disgrace,
nice and tight. Make sure
but
to
with
breathe.
the humble is wisdom.
Good, good, good.
The integrity of the upright guides them, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them.
Just like that.
Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death.
See how
The
close my
righteousness
hands
of
are?
the
It's
blameless
really, really
keeps
important.
his way straight,
The elbow's got to be
but
a
the
little
wicked
tight.
falls
Those
by
elbows
his own
flare.
wickedness.
Okay? Good.
The righteousness of the upright delivers them, but the treacherous are taken captive by their lust.
You can bring your hand.
When a wicked dies, his hope will perish,
It's a tough one.
and the expectation of God perishes too.
Bring your hands a little wider.
The righteous is delivered from trouble, and the wicked walks into it instead. With his mouth the godless man would destroy his neighbor, but by knowledge the righteous are delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there are shouts of gladness. By the blessing of the upright, a city is exalted,
And 7.
but by the mouth of the wicked it is
Next one
overthrown.
is a back exercise. It's called lawnmower.
Whoever belittles his neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding remains silent.
Grab the handle with your right hand.
Whoever goes
Hand
about
pull it
slandering reveals secrets,
Right leg straight.
but he who is trustworthy in spirit
Big back.
keeps a thing covered. Where there is no guidance, a people falls,
Remember, you guys don't
but
overdo
in an
it.
abundance
Just
of
start
counselors there is safety.
Pick the weight that's appropriate.
Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer harm,
Good.
but he who hates striking hands in pledge
See this
is
twist
secure.
movement that Lisa has? It's really, really
A
important.
gracious woman
Extending
gets
back.
honor, and violent men get riches.
The knees over her ankle.
A man who is kind benefits himself, but a cruel man hurts himself.
It's got the resistance bands. There's a
The
lot of
wicked
tension at
earns
the top of that
deceptive
motion.
wages, but one who sows righteousness gets a sure reward.
The two more, they're going to switch sides.
Whoever is steadfast in righteousness will live,
That's it. Let's go this
but
side.
he who pursues
Remember
evil
at home.
will die.
8 to 15 reps here too.
Those of crooked heart are an abomination to the Lord, but those of blameless ways are his delight.
Form.
Be assured, an evil person will not go unpunished,
Let's see you
but
guys.
the offspring of the righteous will be delivered.
Oh, you guys are good.
Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman without discretion.
Works the rats a lot more.
The desire of the righteous ends only in good. The expectation of
One
the
thing about the
wicked
resistance
in
bands,
wrath.
you'll notice not as much tension at the
One
bottom,
gives
at the top.
freely, yet grows all the richer.
Thank you.
Another withholds what he should give,
Four more here.
and only suffers one.
Yeah, we didn't finish. Here we go.
Whoever brings blessing will be enriched, and one who waters will himself be watered. The
Just
people
legs.
curse him who holds back grain, but a blessing is on the head of
Might
him
want to
who
let your weight
sells
a little
it.
bit here. A little bit less.
Whoever
than
diligently seeks good
8 to
seeks
15
favor,
reps. One
but
foot in
evil
front of the
comes to
other.
him who searches for it.
Pop 'em up this way.
Whoever trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like a green leaf.
And down. See that little hole at the top?
Whoever troubles his own household will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart.
Great exercise
The
for
fruit of the
shaping.
righteous is a tree of life, and whoever captures souls is
Important
wise.
thing is, see how high her elbows are?
If the righteous
She's
is
not up like
repaid on
this.
earth,
Same
how
thing
much
with
more
Sean.
the wicked
Resistance
and the
bands
sinner?
are great for this exercise because you really feel it here, don't you? Oh, yes, great.
Chapter 12.
Straight back, head forward.
Whoever loves
breathing. See how
discipline
wide
loves
she is?
knowledge,
Really
but
important.
he who
Really
hates
nice. So
reproof
you might have to
is
lighten your
stupid.
waist a little bit. Great.
A good man obtains favor from the Lord.
3 left.
A man of evil devices he condemns. No one is established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous will
Put
never
your
be
weight to
moved.
21. So it's a
An
bicep
excellent
exercise.
wife is the crown of her
7
husband,
low, 7
but
high,
she who
7
brings
all the way.
shame is like
Knees
rottenness in his
bent, back and
bones.
straight.
The thoughts of the righteous are just,
Half movement.
the counsels of the wicked are deceitful.
Only
The
heel.
words of the
Straight
wicked
arms
lie
up.
in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright delivers
How far you
them.
coming up? Right to there.
The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the
Everything's the same
righteous
lower
will
half.
stand.
Notice, knees are always bent.
A man is commended according to his good sense,
Eyes are
but
forward.
one of
The
twisted
great arm
mind
collapse. You
is
really shake from
despised.
7 low. Now we do 7 high. You ready?
Better
Go
to be
7
lowly and have a servant than to play the great man and lack bread. Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits lacks sense. Whoever is wicked covets the spoil of evildoers, but the root of the righteous bears fruit.
Good, Lise. Looking good.
An evil man is ensnared by the transgression of his lips, but the righteous escapes from trouble.
We can grab some chairs.
From the fruit of his mouth, a man is satisfied with good, and the work of a man's hand comes back to him.
Put your weights away. We're going to dips.
The way of a fool
We're gonna
is
try
right
sets
in
with
his
the
own
shoulders.
eyes, but a wise man
A
listens to
nice, strong,
advice.
sturdy chair. Place
The
your feet
vexation of a fool is known at once, but the prudent ignores an
down
insult.
so you can clear your back. Nice and
Whoever speaks the truth gives honest evidence, but a false witness utters deceit. There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a
You
moment.
see the pace? Not rushing.
Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil,
Almost parallel with the
but those who plan peace have joy.
Sean,
No ill befalls the righteous,
legs are straight.
but the wicked are filled with trouble. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. A
3-part
prudent man
squats.
conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims folly.
Even wider.
The hand of the diligent will rule, while the slothful will be put to forced labor.
You guys ready?
Anxiety in a man's heart weighs him down, but a good word makes him glad. One who is righteous is a guide to his neighbor, but the way of the wicked leads him astray. Whoever is slothful will not roast his game,
That's not good.
but the diligent man will get precious wealth.
Little prayer.
In the path of righteousness is life, and in its pathway there is no death.
Kick that heel up a little bit. You want to make sure you're on a pair of skis going forward. Now we go a little bit
Chapter
wider.
13.
Show you guys.
A wise son hears his father's instruction, but a scoffer does not listen to rebuke. From the fruit of his mouth a man eats what is good,
8 reps.
but the desire of the treacherous is for violence.
Eyes are forward.
Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens wide his lips comes to ruin.
Really good. Nice
The
straight
soul
back,
of the
you guys.
sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied. The righteous hates falsehood, but the wicked brings shame and disgrace. Righteousness guards him whose way is blameless, but sin overthrows the wicked. One pretends to be rich, but has nothing.
Drive that pelvis
Another
forward.
pretends to be
Turn those
poor,
knees out.
yet has
Heads
great
up.
wealth.
Nice little pause at the bottom.
The ransom of a man's life is his wealth,
You got
but a
2
poor man hears no threat.
Good form, you guys. Nice and deep.
The light of the righteous rejoices,
All right, let's
but
stretch.
the lamp of the wicked will be
Do
put
that
out.
quad. Here it comes. Stand tall.
By insolence comes nothing but strife, but with those who take advice is wisdom.
If you've got
Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it.
nice. Let's get the right hamstring and calf.
Hope
Bend
deferred
over.
makes the heart sick,
Toe up.
but a desire fulfilled is a tree of life.
Forward, guys.
Whoever
So
despises
pull
the
down,
word
put your
brings
hands in
destruction
the
on
chair.
himself, but he who reveres the commandment will be rewarded.
Deep breath.
The teaching of the wise is a fountain of
Lie
life,
across the chest.
that one may turn away from the snares of death.
Tall.
Good sense wins favor,
Wide.
but the way of the treacherous is their ruin.
And back.
In everything the prudent acts with knowledge, but a fool flaunts his folly.
Boom. That's it. Nice
A
work.
wicked
We'll see you
messenger
tomorrow
falls
for
into
cardio
trouble,
abs. Nice work,
but a
you guys.
faithful
Thank you
envoy
very much.
brings healing.
Great. See you tomorrow. All right.
Poverty and disgrace come to him who ignores instruction, but whoever heeds reproof is honored. A desire fulfilled is sweet, but to turn away from evil is an abomination to fools.
Want to feel energetic and strong?
Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. Disaster pursues sinners,
Correct.
but the righteous are rewarded with good.
I'm a Sigma.
A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children,
No
but
alpha
the sinner's
stuff over
wealth
here.
is laid up for the righteous. The fallow ground of the poor would yield much food, but it is swept away through injustice.
Hello,
Whoever spares the rod
Raimundo.
hates his son, but he who loves him is diligent to discipline him. The righteous has enough to satisfy his appetite, but the belly of the wicked suffers want. Chapter 14. The wisest of women builds her house, but folly with her own hands tears it down. Whoever walks in uprightness fears the Lord, but he who is devious in his ways despises him.
What
By
is
the
bro
mouth of a
doing?
fool comes a rod for his
I
back,
think that's
but the lips of the
self-explanatory.
wise